Well, looks like we got a couple of shout-outs here. We got one going out to Jody Robbins. Shout out to you, man. Who have you got, Scott?
Oh, we have two different lists.
We
All
do.
right. I've got Miles Seidner. We put something on Facebook saying, let us know if you have any requests. He requests awesomeness. We'll do our best.
I exude I wake up in the morning and I pee awesomeness. Wow.
I was going to say I eat awesomeness for breakfast, but now
but now that you don't want to, okay.
Huh.
All right. What else we got here?
All right, we have a question from Rob Baltunas. What's your favorite discontinued color? I was going to go with the technicality of Tex Toffee. It was discontinued, although we have it back.
Right, and I was going to say the Tilly Slim Jims. I miss those. I never got to play with them.
Oh, well, let me add on. My favorite discontinued color then is the Ashland Agate 260s. Ha-ha.
Ha-ha-ha.
All right, keep rolling.
Okay. We send a shout out to Marty Pants, Smarty Pants with the Balloon Vault at facebook.com/Balloon Vault.
Also, Kelly, Poppy, Wilson, Kano
Smith,
said,
Johnson Jr.
She said, say hi to my one-eyed dog buddy. And he has a purple pig too.
Yes, he does bad things to Purple Pig. Also, got one from Mike Floyd sending out a shout out to Clara Oswald.
Oh, we have done. Jody Robbins wanted to know what things can be made with a 5-inch round spider eyes print balloon. Dale Campbell says, I can do that. What does that mean?
That means we're about to lose battery.
Okay. Dale Campbell has some stuff on facebook.com/ I don't know
Balloon Twister Central, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the actual link is,
And
but if you're in the group, you're in the group.
We're getting ready to lose our battery here, Scott. So.
Fudd said, mention the Color Quest contest.
There's a Color Quest contest.
Woo!
What? Oh, Qualitex Color Quest contest.
Qualitex.com.
Yes, awesome.
Cool. A lot of you guys already know about that. And last thing, let's do a shout out to us.
To us, awesome.
We have some stuff at balloon-animals.com, balloon-animals.com. There's some digital downloads. I've had a baseball glove up there for a few months, and you just released...
I just released my movie star race car wrist buddy, so...
Very fast, very efficient design.
Cool.
All right.
Let's get to the show.
Rise above 3 twist balloon dogs, no bad clowns and cheap wigs here. Raise the bar, prove our art form. It's the Balloon Blast video show with Scott Tripp and Sam Crummy.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Balloon Blast, episode 46. He's Scott Tripp.
Hey, Sam Crummy.
And look, back from vacation, Purple Pig. All right, we got a lot of cool stuff for you guys today. What do we got going on this week, Scott?
All right, new this week. Last Saturday, as we're recording this, Saturday was the day before Easter, which is, everyone knows, the busiest day of the year.
For about 2 hours.
Right. You get 20 calls, 18 of them want somewhere between 10 a.m. and noon.
Yeah.
So I only had 2 bookings that day. First one, I had a 1-hour booking for the college that we both do our basketball thing for.
Yeah.
Which, of course, was 2 hours and 15 minutes by the time I got out.
Right.
But, you know, this was it was at the house of the president of the college.
Yeah.
They brought all their people out. Very fancy Easter egg hunt. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to...
You kind of give some concession to the big money clients every now and again.
Well, that and also 16 other bookings throughout the year.
Right,
and this is his
right.
private party, so we're like, hey, this is my guy. I'm going to make him look good.
Right.
So we have to park at the church beside his house, and they have golf carts and shuttling us over. So, what?
I've never had a shuttle service to a party. I've got to walk in the service entrance to a party.
Well, usually the shuttle service is for everyone but me because I have so much equipment. But balloons only, I had my bag, a table, not too much.
Okay.
So I'm like the last person to leave. And the person who works in his office, she locked her keys out of her car, so she was still hanging out. So I get in my car, and my passenger side window is on the floor. And so I'm parked. We're in, the Lipscomb area.
Wait, what?
Yeah, someone smashed my window out. Now, we're doing a party for the president of Lipscomb. We're parked in the church. All these people there. Someone breaks into one car.
And it's yours?
And it's
That's because
the poor
somebody wanted juggling clubs.
No, okay, they stole one thing from the car.
What's
What do you
that?
think it is? My GPS is still in the window.
Okay.
My radio's still intact.
Your Kenny G CD.
They're still there.
Okay.
Flip cameras in the dashboard. The only thing that they stole is a little bag full of all of my notes and ideas, all of my notebooks. You know, the least valuable but most important thing in the whole car.
Right.
So they're all gone.
Oh,
So
no.
from the last 3 years, all the notes that my Twist and Shout workshops are
Oh,
from,
no.
all the little tiny handwritten things. So
Did you ever find it anywhere, like laying on the side of the road? Oh, my
no,
gosh.
it's all gone forever.
All right, so we know if anybody puts out any new balloon instructional material that looks vaguely familiar, Scott.
Right. Well, so all I have of all that stuff is my memory, and you know I have no memory, so it's gone.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wow.
But yeah. So luckily I had insurance, $500 deductible for my $150 repair. So.
Yeah, wow.
But you know, on the plus side, I went through a coffee shop yesterday and got a free coffee, so
Okay.
hey, it all balanced out.
I don't have anything that exciting what happened this week, but I did have a kid at one of my restaurants ask why I have such freakishly large hands. And then the same kid asked, as I was wearing my derby like I usually do while I'm working, asked if I was a hobo, to which I almost gave a off-the-wall answer about no, I own a home, so that makes me, no, never mind. Then I had another child ask me, the balloon he wanted was a head of lettuce.
Oh.
A head of lettuce. I did all right. I told him it was more like kale because it was dark green instead of a lighter green, and he was happy with that once I explained what kale was. And then, oh, this one's even better. I was doing a birthday party at a local Jewish community center, and one of the children said that I looked like some character from Jewish history named Haman. Now, Haman, as it turns out, is an Old Testament character. If you follow the Christian Bible, is the Old Testament versus the Torah for the Jewish religious texts. Haman was a king that tried to kill off the Jewish people. So I don't know where the connect was there.
Right, so is this like he said, you look like Hitler? Is that essentially?
Essentially, only predating Hitler by about 4,000 years.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that, except why. But his mom emailed me and said, kids say the darndest things, don't they? I was like, yeah.
Wow.
But that's my week in a nutshell.
We're really minding the comedy.
I know. I was like, how do you respond to being told that you resemble an ancient king who tried to facilitate the genocide of an entire people?
Well, you make them a Mickey Mouse balloon.
Yeah, you make them a
what else
Mickey
can you do?
Mouse balloon.
All right, enough of this. Let's do some balloon stuff.
Let's do.
All right, we tell people, leave us a comment, leave us a question. We'll get around to it. We never do. Today that changes. People asked for the race car design from last episode.
Right.
And full disclosure, I'm not sure that's my design. I mean, I just kind of whipped it out of nowhere. I thought we need a race car, so I'll make this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if somehow I've seen that subconsciously in the past. If so, leave a comment and claim it. Only if it's yours. I mean, come on. Don't be a jerks. But, yeah, so I just thought, I'm going to have to cut.
No, keep going.
All right. So I just kind of made it. Basically, I knew I wanted the heart on the top, kind of like the Wristable concept, or Little Wrist Friends, as they're supposed to be called. I knew I wanted the heart and the square so we could show off the ninja heads.
Right.
We were doing the ninja heads. So here's what we did. You take a 350 balloon, inflate it about halfway, and we make a four-sided shape. It's sort of like a square. We're not going to argue over it this time, right?
No.
Yeah, four-sided shape.
A quadrangle.
Okay,
Quadrangle.
I'll take that.
I'm showing off my junior high education again.
Yeah, we'll not use the cut where we had the 4 or 5 wrong guesses.
Well, they did make me leave.
I believe it's called
high.
ellipse or circle.
They did make me leave junior high because, I mean, I was 21.
Ah.
Yeah.
Plus there's that explosion. I don't think you've told that on here. Anyway,
You heard
talking
about
over
this?
this. You never told that on air, did you?
I don't think I did.
Are we gonna do that someday? Or I just
Someday we will talk
All
about
right.
the time I set the high school physics lab on fire.
Okay. In the meantime, what we have is a four-sided shape, and I even beveled this out a little bit more, so it's more of a wedge. It's like a triangle with the top cut off. Pinch twist on each side. We're putting a heart balloon here, so that gives it a point. So it's more of a like a Formula One racer, but I think they have a spoiler on the front too.
Yeah.
This one, not so much.
This one's still nice and cute. And looks like a Formula One or Grand Prix racer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a balloon car. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's a balloon race car.
All right, so we blow up a heart balloon, leaving it soft and squishy, like an actual heart.
Right.
We've been over this.
Yes.
So that you can twist the lobes, also like an actual heart. Actually, on an actual heart, you have 4 lobes to twist, don't you? Because you have the 4
4
chambers.
chambers.
Yeah. So twist another chamber off of this heart. You go around the pinch twist on the front. So now you have sort of a pyramid. And I'd like for that to be a little bit more symmetrical. Good. All right. That's your basic car. We put a wheel on each pinch twist, and
Have
speed
3 of
things
them made up.
Boom. We have wheels.
Like the other one right here.
If you want to show them how that's
We
done.
do a tulip twist. Push that in. Give it a good twist.
Oh, I didn't ask you. Are they all the same size?
Close enough.
Okay.
Pull
The
up
other
the
option.
excess and tie it, right?
Sorry.
Of course, leave a little bit of a tail to tie it into the joint. You guys know all this.
Come on, you're a balloon artist now. The other option was 2 smaller ones in the front, 2 larger ones in the back.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Apparently that wasn't right.
This is take 2, by the way, letting you guys know that. Actually, first take wasn't bad.
We might even edit some of that material into this, depending on how this one goes.
Yeah, we're kind of... I don't know if it's perfectionists or snobs or what the word is for what we do. That take was perfect. Let's do it again. Alright, so we have our wheels. Well, 3 of the 4 wheels. We'll get the other one. And the windshield, 260 clear. It's a little bit longer than that bubble right there, so it has that curve. Straighten everything up there so it's all straightened. Yeah. Wheel number 4. Good. So your race car now has this large open area. We're going to put a driver in there. But next, the spoiler. It attaches from this pinch twist to this pinch twist. So it goes up about 1.5 inches.
Yes?
And for our metric audience, that's how large?
I have no idea.
Exactly. All right. Pinch twist here. So it goes up, pinch twist, a loop. Determine how long you want it to be. About there. Another pinch twist. Being very exact with measurements and stuff now.
Yeah.
You know, we have to assume that you guys, I mean, a lot of professional full-time balloon artists watch this, and it's probably painful for us to go into these little details over and over,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe.
So we're trying to toe that line. We don't want to be assume too much knowledge or too little knowledge. So. Yeah, let us know. Are we going too slow, too fast in these? You're the audience. All right. So we go up, pinch twist, loop, straight across, pinch twist, loop, down. Sounds
Looks
good,
good
right?
to me.
Twist that into the pinch twist. Twist this into the other pinch. I should be doing this towards you so you see what's going on. Make sure all the wheels are tight. Everything is good. And, well, you know what the problem now is.
We don't have a driver.
There's no driver in there.
Which is
We used
why...
a, Ninja last time.
Yeah, we don't want to rerun that one. So, I put sunglasses on a vampire. He's going to be our driver.
Oh, because he's out in the
He's
daytime.
out in the
I get
daytime,
you.
right?
All right.
Nobody races at night. Except under big, huge, bright lights, that, would blind a vampire anyway. So tie him in, turn him sideways, so he's looking out at all of his adoring fans and sponsors.
Yay.
And we need a number.
Need a number. AB positive. No, what number?
42.
42. Why 42?
The late great Douglas Adams said that number 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So, 42, that race car is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Yay! So there you have your one of a kind race car. I don't know. Looks alright.
Looks good to me. Well, we're back with another segment of Ask the Latex Experts, and I'm combining two different things here for Ask the Latex Experts. We're going to combine a question from one of our viewers, as well as a review of a couple of DVDs I have here in front of me that maybe you guys will find interesting. What's our question, Scott?
Question review hybrid. Never been done before. Breaking new ground.
I know.
So we need a really important topic, and this question came to us a month or more ago, and we've been sitting on it because it's really a large question.
It's not really almost a whole workshop. It's not really even an episode of the show.
So, I printed this on like this really small 4-point type. But Michael Hughes said, got a question for the latex experts. What's your approach to getting a restaurant gig? I've tried several approaches, but I've yet to be successful in getting one. Thanks. See you at Twist and Shout next week.
Yeah, we've been holding on to that one for a while because again, that's a whole workshop. To be honest, that's a 4-hour class minimum.
Right, or a recurring series
on the show. Or recurring series on the show over the course of several months. My approach to restaurants, myself,
and honestly,
shotgun approach.
Right.
You go in with a shotgun. No, I'm kidding.
You fairly effective.
You throw out your name and your face and your work to as many places as possible. Every restaurant in your town, if you can. I mean, whenever I first moved to Nashville, I probably visited 300 restaurants to get the 3 I have now and possibly a 4th one coming up. So
do you keep a record when you visit restaurants of who you talked to, what they said?
Yes.
Wow.
I do.
The difference is
keep notes.
You're smart.
Well, my lovely lady is smart, and she makes sure that I keep all this information. Otherwise, I would be a bumbling idiot on the business side of everything. But
check.
The shotgun method is really your best option. You go out there and don't just stay in your own neighborhood. Scatter it out. I've got restaurants separated by as much as 40 miles. So it's a lot of work to get a restaurant. And I mean, we live in a major metro area. So it's tough to get a restaurant here.
And honestly, this question, it really depends on your area, who you are. I mean, if you're in Chicago versus, a small town in Wyoming, if there are other balloon artists. Here, you go to let's throw it out, Ponderosa, and you're pitching. They've probably heard pitches from, 3 or 4 other people. Yeah. If you're the big fish in a small town, your approach may be different. I was born and raised here, so this is my neighborhood. I've been, working the same territory for, I don't want to date myself, but let's say over 10 years. Whereas you're new here, so it's like, you're established, you know what you're doing, and you have like this wide open frontier.
Right.
So really it's an individual question for each individual. If you've been performing and people have seen you somewhere, maybe it's easier to pitch.
Right.
Wow, it really depends.
Well, I do have a couple of interesting DVDs to bring up and show to everybody, and they're not balloon related. They're actually magic related, but magic in restaurants is about the same pitch as you would get in balloons in a restaurant. You got to have the right restaurant for what you're doing, for your skill set. If you do, say you do balloons, or maybe if you do close-up magic and it's mostly sponge bunnies and a couple little quick and simple card tricks, a family restaurant works for you. If you're doing more sophisticated magic, you go to a high-end restaurant. Balloons sort of fit into, for me so far, into family restaurants or bars. Right. The high-end restaurants typically don't want a balloon man in there because they think it's too childish or whatever. But that's my experience.
Or they think of the noise and squeaking
the noise, and disrupting their patrons.
And of course, there are people who blend both.
Right.
I think I've got Bruce Calver's Restaurant Workers portfolio. I think he did magic in restaurants first.
Yeah.
Balloons, and some people are doing magic trick plus balloons. But
yeah.
Anyway,
I've personally done both. One of the first restaurants one of the first DVDs I ever got on the subject was from my friend Matt Hampel up near St. Louis. He has a DVD called Restaurant Work, and it's got magic tricks with sponge balls, linking rings, the small 4 or 5 inch linking rings, coins and ropes, a card trick as well. But he also has an in-depth interview with a gentleman named Steve Branham, who reveals the how-to of getting gigs, building your routines, and most important, keeping the gigs. Getting the gig is only part of it. You got to keep it. Otherwise, if you're a one-time shot, you don't develop that long-term paycheck, for lack of a better word. Another one I got was from Jay Sankey. Jay Sankey, the real work on restaurants and bars. He's had long-term contracts with different bars and restaurants up in Canada where he lives for over 20 years now. I mean, and everybody in the magic world knows the name Jay Sankey because he puts out a DVD every other week, I think. But this has every other segment is a trick, a routine. But the off segments that aren't routines are all about how to get a restaurant gig, how to maintain the restaurant gig, how to approach management, how to approach tables. So this, read in between the lines on a lot of this stuff. This is, I mean, they're both great things. This one can be got from SankeyMagic.com or Penguin Magic. This one, MJMMagic.com, and I believe MacMagic.com both carry this. This one, I believe, though, is out of print, so there are limited supplies still available. I got one of them early on because, again, Matt Hampel, good friend of mine. I've worked with him a few times up near St. Louis. Great guy. You guys should try to get to know him. But take the information in those. Maybe learn a couple magic tricks to help out along the way. But focus on the restaurant information in there because it's priceless. These guys are real-world workers. Matt Hampel grew up as a performer. He joined the circus with his parents at 2 years old. So, I mean, he's been a performer his whole life. He knows the ins and outs of the restaurant world, and he knows the ins and outs of entertaining. So, I mean, Jay Sankey, his name speaks for itself.
Right. His DVD is 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
Yes, and Matt's...
With 15 routines on here.
Matt's is 1 hour and 17 minutes.
And that one is an interview plus routines, and is there stuff on business as well?
There's mostly it's the interview and the routines in that, whereas that's...
Right.
But the interview in this is priceless.
Does it show him performing these routines?
It shows him performing for real-world audiences.
And that's something we're really lacking.
Yes.
Like, we show you how to make balloons. A lot of people show you how to make stuff, but you don't see the interaction.
Right. And in order to do that, you'd actually have to follow one of us to a gig and see it, which might not be a bad idea someday.
Yeah. But they say show business. What do they say about the word show business?
Show business. Business is twice as many letters as show, and that's because it's twice as important.
Right, and that's apparently what I get from this.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this yet, but...
It's great material. I give them both A pluses for the restaurant worker. For those wanting to break into the restaurant balloon twister business, look outside the balloon world. There's so much more. I mean, if you go to themagiccafe.com, our friend Christopher Lyle has actually posted in the restaurant workers and party strollers segment on the Magic Cafe about how to get a restaurant. And he's a balloon twister also, not just a magician. So
right, and we really can't stress enough, look outside the balloon world for everything.
For everything,
Like,
yes.
one of my big influences was Dave Risley, a magician, and his big learning experience was doing stand-up comedy. You know Dave Risley?
I do not.
Okay. You would not think of him as a stand-up comedian. But he said he did that for 2 years just to learn comedy writing.
Right.
So sometimes knowing all this stuff, you pull bits and pieces from all your world of knowledge. So
right. And I've done open mics in comedy before. I've done open mics with comedy magic. I've done open mics with balloons. So yeah, it's not just the balloon world.
Like, I can do cups and balls.
Right.
I will never perform cups and balls, but the knowledge of knowing how to do it.
Oh, I perform cups and balls at almost every show.
Right, you should do that in the opening of the show. Oh yes, you did.
Oh, we did. But yeah, going back to these DVDs, great information, great material. Look them up. You'll thank me for it.
All right. New product
spotlight. Okay.
Explosions, fireworks.
That's the closest I can get to pyros in basement studios because Scott's lovely wife Debbie won't let me light a fire. So
I know, so oppressive.
I know. So anyway, new product spotlight. What do we have this week, Scott?
Balloons, not just any balloons.
Mustaches.
Handlebars.
I love the mustache balloons. These guys are awesome.
All right, we each have a bag. We each bought a bag. One bag?
One. I might have bought two.
You might have bought two. How many have you been through?
About a dozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been making the hitchhiker hats with them.
Ah.
Yeah, you know me. I like a hitchhiker hat.
Let's see. I made the little person hat with his hands up so you can hold a banner.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll say stuff like, "Must ask you a question" or whatever.
Nice.
It's a request.
Yeah, these are neat little mustaches, though.
I did a mustache-themed birthday party a
Really,
couple months ago.
for a little girl.
I don't remember.
I only asked that because for some reason,
Agree.
right now, little girls are crazy about mustaches. I can't explain it. They have little sunglasses with mustaches hanging down, little handlebars. They have necklaces with mustaches hanging on them. My niece actually went so far as to take a Sharpie marker and draw a mustache on her finger so she can do this, and a sword on this finger so she can do that. That was her school picture 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a segment killer there. All right, how do I follow that up? So, quick design that I've not entirely made before, but once I saw the mustaches, first thing you do is you try to put a raisin in, you try to do this, that, see what you can do with it. I love the handlebar mustache upside down look, because it's sort of a monobrow, but it's also kind of like an evil looking head.
Or silent film star hair.
Right, you're like Buster Keaton kind of.
Yeah.
Is it Buster Keaton?
I think so.
All right, so idea was to take two of these. I like the idea of turning this one upside down. It gives you weird nostrils and a mustache, but I think we're going to lose the nostrils on this.
Yeah.
So let's take, let's make the small one the top. Twist a bubble. Not quite the bottom, but back a little bit.
Right.
If you're on the bottom, you might suck the eyes too far into the twist and lose them. So on this one, and we'll take, in fact, front of the bottom. Let's go even into here. So we kind of suck the... did we split that pinch twist?
We split that pinch twist.
I'll hold that with you.
Okay. Never mind, you hold it. Oops, or pop it.
Quick, distract them.
Na, 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 na.
Putting on the Ritz. All right. So, I believe we were twisting this bubble here. Split pinch twisting that bubble. Not pop twisting. It's all right.
Okay.
I've only popped how many? A lot?
Exactly.
All right. I'm going to take those two pinch twists, flatten them out. We have that guy right there.
We have Wyatt Earp.
Do we want to make him a body?
I say we should, yes.
Me or you?
Either or.
There's the bottom lip.
Whew.
Let's see. You have a... Are you doing like arm, leg, or are you doing like top, bottom?
I don't know. How do you want to do it?
That.
Let's do arm and a leg.
Oh no, we're going to have the palsy because we're both doing different styles. The palsy, as they say. Are you starting with the leg or the arm?
Leg. I know, I'm so difficult.
See, you could show up for rehearsals.
Rehearsal? What? I went a little long with the hand.
And now you're a little short on the hand. All right, so this is a pirate. We'll give him a hook. All right, so just twist in here like this. Oh, all right. It's cool. We got this.
We should never team twist on a figure.
Well, the theory was it would go, twice as fast.
Yeah, that's the grand theory, sir.
We'll pull that into there for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Scissors. One of these. And we'll leave that in there so it'll be a bracelet. We'll call that the...
With the derby hat on there, he'd look extra cool too, wouldn't he? It's like, seriously,
what do you need?
Snidely Whiplash.
What do you need for the
No.
derby?
Let's just show this one.
Put these sideways. So you have hands. You can put the feet together. Oh, those feet are terrible. We both did.
We both did them differently. Yeah, I'm blaming the Germans. Mark Beyer, if you're watching this, let's not be honest.
Okay.
This one.
How many of these are we going to make, really?
I might make one just for giggles.
I might do this part of the...
Now, if
so
you
we
put
have an Orville and...
Orville and Wilbur Wright.
The right brothers.
Yeah. Or like I say, put a cowboy hat on him, gun belt, make him a gunslinger like a Wyatt Earp. Or put the derby on him and a black suit and make him Snidely Whiplash, but in green. Sort of a zombie Whiplash.
Okay.
Oh.
can't get away from the zombies. You got zombie on the brain.
Ah,
Alright, doing some hands. Not quite a clown, but
Not
yeah,
quite, but it's our silent film star or old-timey boxer.
Right. He's here for fisticuffs.
Old-timey boxer, that's a grand idea. As you can see, those are pretty fun little balloons to work with.
That was a flurry of stuff you guys will never see.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff you just missed, and you will never see it. We're destroying the footage to protect our own personal reputations. But that is a fun little balloon to work with. The mustaches are really popular right now, of course. And again, little girls seem to like them for some reason. I guess that kind of brings us to the end of an episode, doesn't it?
Sure. Oh, I say, this car is very small for me. Yeah. I'm trying to bring everything in the bookend it into a nice, package.
Yeah.
We just got a bunch of crap here. So,
well, we have an editing nightmare ahead of us.
We got draw straws here, right? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, that brings us to the end of another week of Balloon Blast Video Show. For Balloon Blast Video Show and Purple Pig Productions, he's Scott Tripp.
It's Sam Cremains.
And this is, of course, Purple Pig. You guys have a great week.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn. So one by one, they were gone. Back at the base, sparks in the software. Flash the message, someone's out there. Floating in the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by.